Hey, so next day here on building the wall for the rooster side of the coop here. And we've got to kind of shift our focus a little bit on this. Just because last night when I was coming in to close up the barn and give everybody their evening meal and everything, had some a little bit of a disquieting discovery. So we had the one hen who had gone off and brooded out in the bush, out in the fields, and come back with 7 chicks. Well, 5 of the chicks were here, and she wasn't, and that's it. So we've kind of had to shift here because the chicks themselves, they're not quite big enough to be running around on their own, and they are, of a size that the cats will go after if they don't have anybody to look out for them. So we've got to keep the fences closed for now, and we've also got to make it warm enough for them in here. I don't really feel comfortable just introducing them at this stage into the brooder box with the rest of the chicks, just because I don't think they won't necessarily need the stress of that kind of change at this point. They're able to access the food and everything here, and their feathers are starting to come in, but they're not quite big enough to be outside running around on their own yet. So we've got to make sure we keep them safe and in. And so to do that, we also got to get the bedding down. I mean, we got to get bedding down under the roost for the night for the chickens. So we may as well just get the bedding done on this side. So we wanted to do the deep bedding through the winter here, so that's why I was putting the boarding down on the inside here on the other wall. So, and we wanted to have kind of a bigger wall in between on these ones. So I'm going to be cutting the boards for this side and putting them up because all the mesh and everything can go on the other side. So we're going to get that done so we can get all the bedding down, all the straw down for the coop, and get that done fairly quickly, just so that they're safe and warm. And we've got the stuff here to handle the mess that's going to be happening. We're going to leave most of the chickens in here until either the mama returns, which I doubt, or the chicks get old enough to be out on their own. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. I've got some disgruntled chickens who want to be outside, and I've got some chicks who are busy stuffing their faces at the feeding, and I had some straw on the ground for them. When I did all the change, I left some for them to bed in, and that's what they've been doing. That's what they did last night, and they survived just fine. But we're also going to be getting colder temperatures now too, so we've got to get more bedding in here, get things set up, and then close up the rooster side afterwards. So anyway, the priority is to get the boarding on the large side of the coop done, and then get the straw down and make it safe and warm and clean, because we've got 5 chicks who are living in here now without a mother. So that's what I'm going to get working on here, and we'll get that sorted out. And fingers crossed that chick kind of shows up, but she, there's several large piles of feathers out there, kind of running from outside the main pen here, coming back into just outside the door to the barn. So that kind of it's larger than just what chickens are shedding or tearing off each other in a chicken fight. So it's probably something where she was fighting against a predator, and it came all the way up here, and it either gotten the 2 chicks or the cats got them after, and then was chased off by all the roosters and the goats and stuff that are here in the barn while I was taking a day off yesterday. So I feel kind of bad about it. It's kind of heartbreaking. She was doing so well, and it sucks when an animal just disappears like that. Like the other chickens that we've lost a couple of hens just due to sickness or something, right? And we've had ones just disappear. We've had 3 just kind of disappear, 2 of which came back. So they were getting broody, and 1 came back with nothing. 1 of them came back with these 7 chicks, and there's another one that could be broody that's out there. We don't know, and we'll find out probably within the next week or so. And then this one, who I think has definitely been the first actual case of predation, so that really sucks. Anyway, so we're gonna get started here, and I'll get cutting some wood, and Harrison's bringing in some straw. There's always a cat. Doesn't matter what you're doing, there's always a cat. All the time it's this one. So anyway, it looks like this build is slowly coming together. You know, as we have to kind of change our focus a little bit. All right, so that's this, board's put up. So it's a little bit higher just because it's gonna have roosters on the other side. We talked about mounting the nesting boxes in there. Just looking at the lighting, it's gonna be way too dim if we do that. So it's only gonna be about this high, but it also gives them a nice visual block for most of the stuff. And we'll have other boards on the other side as well, just to kind of close it up. Just because of the construction of it, I've got, I'll be having the mesh on the rooster side here. As you can see, we've got, the footer down there. So it's going to be a bit of a hollow in there, which I will close up once it's in. But yes, we've got straw down over most of the place. And, the chicks, they're doing all right. They are right down there. So they're not calling for their mom right now or anything, so they seem to be just settling in and being comfortable in with the flock. We've got all the chickens in here now, so they can settle in and get used to the space. And now we're going to go see if we can figure out what happened to that hen. Yeah, so we've got some spots here, if you can see all those feathers. And there's a ton of feathers just in this area here. So that's not, kind of a normal layout. And another big batch, here. And I found some more just out there on the other side of the gate. So we're just going to go out and see if we can find where she went.
Go that way?
Want to head down that way?
Yeah, Harrison went and checked down by the foxhole.
Yeah. Yeah, because chances are, depending on what it was, it would have been like the water overruns all the way down here. It would have been down in the waterway.
Yeah.
Well, now we've got a Polly to kind of find everything.
Why you fish it? Why when you fish more of it?
Yeah. Our great hunter.
There's a lot of crap under there. It's like pieces of wood or something. It's hard.
Yeah. So Polly, smell the chicken. Find it.
Find the chicken.
Use your great Chihuahua instinct.
That's animal poop.
Yep. That ain't a cow.
Yeah, but we know we get coyotes down at the water.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it could be. It's pretty muddy through here. Those are all most likely cow prints coming out to water at the hole here.
dirt. And this barb.
Yeah. That's part where part of the fence fell down.
Yes, Dad, I can hear you.
Yes, Annika. Oh, you want to It's a lot of long grass around here, sweetie. What do we have?
Puffballs, but they've gone manky.
They've gone. Oh. Well,
They're all in here.
keep an eye out for them for next year then. We missed it.
Yeah, there's that one. But yeah, it's tons here. Yeah, it's all gone now. Puff. But yeah, that's all.
All right. Well, next year, get some puffballs.
Probably could get down actually. It's not as.
We're off on the search for the dead chicken. There's got to be something. What? We have cows and they poop, that's right. Polly's gonna go find all of it and roll in it.
Lots of cattails going to be coming up.
Yep.
Need to harvest it. Harvest the bottoms. Ooh, that's a fresh one. I think I'm pretty good actually eating all this now.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I was carrying you. Yes.
Yeah.
Your leg hurts?
Yeah.
You want to go back? Wait a minute. Nope, you were rolling. Oh, you've already rolled in. Whatever.
Polly.
Whatever. She's already rolled. She already needs a bath.
Come to Pike Homestead, where the cows judge you. Right?
What are you doing? Stop looking at me.
Especially this one. That is always the point of view I get of her.
We have found another cat. There's Nina.
Looks like our long-term birdie hen here has been adopted by the chicks. So these are the 5 chicks that survived the whatever happened to their mama hen. And this lady has been birdie for, a while now, and they've all hopped up with her. So I don't think she's 100% comfortable with it. But I'll remove that egg that she's sitting on and see if she just takes the chicks in. Because if they're all up there, then they've decided this is nice. Oh yeah, you gonna be a mama after all? Eh? You gonna take care of our 5 chicks? So here, let's get these out. Hey. And a little one. Okay. And you can keep the chicks, hey? I think that's a good trade.